I've asked this question to many leaders. The first question is, at school or university, have you ever been taught how to work effectively? And I think everyone answers no to this question. And then ask a second question. In your work career, have you been taught how to work effectively, how to work smart, how to manage your workload, your priorities and so on? And probably 80% of the people, if not 90% of the people, answer no as well. Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to suggest 3 simple things you can do to boost your productivity and your performance. I'm at the moment in Doha, in Qatar. My first time in Doha, I was invited to do a workshop for 50 government leaders. Really interesting. I'm actually so grateful. I have a job that I love doing, and that takes me to, around the world, to exciting places. And I asked this question to those leaders, and most of them said no. And what I found really interesting is, having worked with leaders around the world, I think I've traveled in about 19 or 20 countries around the world, and working with many leaders from many large companies, I found that a lot of the leaders are high performer, motivated, engaged, they really want to do a good work, but they completely swamp and they're really struggling with their workload. And most of them have never been taught how to manage that, something that it's an issue for a lot of people. And I've been wondering why for the last 20 years. I mean, I started 20 years ago asking myself why people are wondering. Why did I wonder when I was one of them? And I think for me, one of the main reasons is most people have never been taught how to work. You go to school, you go to university, and you learn a qualification. You become a doctor, you become an engineer, and you start working. And then you get your first job. And typically you're given a computer, you're given a desk, you're given some responsibility, and here you go. And when I work with a team, I look at all those simple things. How do you manage your workflow? How do you manage the flow of information that you're receiving? And most people say, I don't know, I just come in the morning and start opening my computer and look at my email and all the messages, and I go to a meeting and I come back and I look at my messages, and I come home in the evening and I continue checking and so on. And ask why are you doing this way? What led you to these habits? And most people say, I don't know, but I've got so much to do and I've got so many messages that I receive that I need to check all the time. Is that the best way of doing it? Maybe yes, maybe no. Have they been shown how to do this? I ask people how they manage their time, their calendar. And I see calendar which are crazy. I see calendar where people are back to back in meeting. I remember a leader saying to me, showing me his calendar. It was full of meeting back to back, and said, Cyril, when am I supposed to do my job? And that's the question is then, why? Why are you doing this way? What led you to this habit? And most people say, I don't know, but I've got so much to do and I've got so many meetings and so many things to attend that's the way I manage it. Is that the best way? Maybe yes, maybe no. Have they been shown how to do this? I can take the same example for so many things, for how you manage your task, how you manage your time, how you manage your priorities. A few very, very simple suggestions. I think it's so worth it to take the time to learn how to be more effective. 3 suggestions. Number 1, find a leader who is. Find someone who is really effective, who seems to perform, and at the same time, the 3 words that come to my mind: find a leader that you can say looks in control, perform, and at the moment looks like he or she is having the right balance. And ask him or ask her, what are the things they're doing? Someone said to me one day, success leaves clue. So find a highly effective leaders and ask a few questions. My second one is learn it from books. There are some amazing books about working more effectively. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People from Stephen Covey, great book about effectiveness. The Effective Executive by Peter Drucker. You can read How to Get Things Done by David Allen. Deep Work from Cal Newport. I mean, even my book, Work Smarter, Live Better, Measure What Matters from Durr. There's so many people who've spent time researching and writing it down. And my third suggestion is do a training. I did an effectiveness training more than 20 years ago, and it completely changed my life. It changed my life because, well, it completely changed my performance. I'm much more in control, much more balanced, but also it changed my life because I became passionate about it, and it took me around the world working with so many interesting people like this group in Qatar. Working to be more effective is not only a performance thing, it's for me a life thing. I can really say if you change the way you work, you will change the way you live. Peter Drucker said it very well. Peter Drucker is one of the leadership gurus of last century. So in 45 years as a consultant, I have never seen a naturally born effective executive. All the effective one had to learn it and to practice it until it became a habit. So my question to you is, did you learn how to become effective? And if not, what can you do? What is one little step you can do that will make such a difference not only for your performance and your life? This is this week Work Smarter, Live Better tip. You have a lovely day. I'm going to go and enjoy this beautiful city of Doha. À très bientôt.